Hey guys, welcome to Production Music Live. My name is Francois. In today's video, we are going to take a look at how to make this vibes chord sound here with Wavetable and how to make it from scratch. The other day, I posted a video on how to make an Anjunadeep style, Ben Böhmer style track, and people were asking especially for this sound right here. So let's go ahead and create a duplicate version of it and start from scratch. So now we are going to Instruments, pick up Wavetable from your Ableton 10 version, 10 or higher. And this is the basic sound, what it sounds like. And we are in Oscillator 1 right here with basic shapes, and bring it up a little to change the waveform here to almost sawtooth. So we are 64%. Okay, now we are activating Oscillator 2. Stay in the basics and look for something called quad saw. So we still have a saw wavetable here, but a couple of saw waves we can choose from. These already sound pretty cool. Imagine you put unison on. Then take the filter down. Okay, but that's not the point here. Let's take unison off. We actually want to work with one voice and now find a good spot for this quad saw wave here. Okay, keep it at 15%. Let's listen without Oscillator 1. Okay, and also activate our sub oscillator here and bring it to octave 0. And keep it around minus 2.4 decibels here. So it adds a bit of sub power below. And now we're moving over to our filter section here. We have the filter playing here. Let's select a different filter other than the clean one. Let's select the OSR filter and select 24 decibels per octave steepness. And bring the drive up a little. Or maybe we can take a look at the drive later. Play around with the resonance. Okay, stay at 16% with the resonance. And what I'm doing with this frequency knob right here with the mouse at the moment, now we want to do this with a modulation with one of the envelopes in our modulation sources back here. So basically what we want to do is have this shape, envelope number 2, have this one control the frequency knob of the filter. So quickly go to matrix. Don't freak out if that's the first time you see this. We are just going to tell envelope number 2 to control the filter frequency knob, because if we select it, it will show up here. And then you just say, whatever happens on envelope number 2, do 70% of that curve or shape on this frequency filter right now. Or do 100% or do minus 100%, which will do the exact opposite, basically. So first of all, it's completely opening up and then it falls back a little, but it stays at this level here. And then once the note is over, it will go and fade away. and select the attack time of 20 milliseconds right here. Select a longer decay time. And a bit higher sustain level, 55%. So we have 6 seconds of decay time. And you can always see it coming back slightly here. If we go back to the matrix and we don't select 100%, but only 86 or something, it should be here earlier. Okay, and now we sort of want to have a pitchy effect at the beginning of this vibes chord. So select envelope number 3 right here. And go back to the matrix and control the pitch. So the pitch of our oscillators, of the noise generators here, is going to be affected by the shape of this curve. And we're going to go down to -48. Listen. Okay, definitely not what we need. Bring this, like select this thing here, bring it down. Okay, that's much closer to what we want to do here. Bring the attack time to lowest value, 0. And then decay time shorter. Maybe a bit longer here, something around 280 milliseconds of time until this pitch thing is over. Okay, now go over to our final amplifier that shapes the final output of the sound, and it follows this curve. And first of all, select a longer attack time here. So how long does it take until the sound reaches the highest level or gain stage? Let's say 80 something. Longer decay time. Put 2.7 seconds. So it takes 2.7 seconds from the highest value here to decay down to the sustain level. And let's actually take a sustain level that's much lower than this one here. So bring this down. Okay, great. And now we want to build another tiny thing. We still want something going on this pitch. We want to have this thing sound a bit more analog. And that's why we are going to take an LFO and have a little bit of some kind of stuttering in this pitch. So put this in here, LFO number 2, bring this up to, let's say 6.8, and then go into LFO number 2. And well, this will affect it crazily. That's what happens. This is controlling the pitch now of the oscillators. If you bring down the amount, it will control less and less. And this is what we want to do. We want to have this sort of analog feeling right here, and just a tiny wave, just a little bit of pitching going on that thing. And we can also say, hey, first of all, play the sound, and then after a couple of milliseconds, start with doing this. So the attack time until this actually really starts. set it to like half a second or 500 milliseconds. So first of all, it's going to play the sound. It's not going to pitch it until after 545 milliseconds. It will apply this thing fully. Still a lot, so bring down the amount to, what is the lowest value? So 1.8%. Okay, now bring the filter frequency down to 20 Hertz or the lowest possible value here. Okay, and we are basically done with the sound design here in Wavetable, and now we just activate this effects group here and then go through it one by one. So let me turn off all these single effects here, and then we are going to turn them back on. So first we are going to put on a reverb on that sound. 1.5 seconds decay time and dry wet to 32%. Then put a simple delay with 3 to 4, but not too much applied right here. Cut off some of the lower frequencies, carve it out a little to have a little bit of a peak, but just tiny peak at 1.5 kilohertz with the EQ, and then have a high cut around 15 kilohertz right here. Then we have a mid-side EQ right here, where you can see we are cutting off the low end in the middle, and we're adding some high end, like 8.5 decibels, a lot of high end on the side of the stereo spectrum. So this affects a lot right here. Then we are making it a little bit louder with the utility. And another auto filter, cutting off low end on everything. And that thing is actually automated in the track. So what is the default value for this one? Set it back to 117. And then we have this high cut filter here, where we are cutting off a lot of the high end, and then we are achieving this analog vibes sound. Compare it. Okay, let's play it all together. So there we go. There's our saw chords, vibes chord sound right here. If you want to learn how to make this full track from start to finish, we have a course on making this track. Check out the link in the description. Also, feel free to check out our website, productionmusiclive.com. It's our website supporting this channel. Leave a comment on this video, leave a like, subscribe to our channel, and I hope to see you next time. In this course, we are going to create this song from start to finish. We are starting with a blank new Ableton project, and then we are working step by step, writing chords, programming drums, designing sounds, setting up the arrangement, mixing and mastering until we have a finished product. And this is going to be especially fun here because we are only using Ableton Live stock effects and instruments. And still, we'll be able to achieve a nice, warm and professional sound. The video sessions are fully online and you can watch everything at your own speed. So it's just going to be as if we were sitting side by side together in the studio working on this track, and you can follow the full production process step by step. While going through all important stages of the production, everything will be explained in detail and you'll be able to pick up tricks and skills and save valuable time. You'll learn new techniques and apply them to your own productions right away. So what's needed? You'll need Ableton Live Standard 10 or higher plus Wavetable. You won't need any third-party plugins, and we are working with Live 10.0.6 here, but higher versions will also work. Also, you'll need a basic understanding of how to use Ableton, like loading files and creating MIDI clips. And just in case, if that's not too fresh in your memory anymore, we'll also provide you with an Ableton refresher in the bonus section of this course, and you can quickly update your memory before getting started. So I think we're all set, so let's get started.